wanted to get your feedback on. Really great guy running the company, and got to talk to him about his marketing and stuff like that, because he's got some automations that come through and, schedule, hey, we've got your appointment scheduled. We'll be there at 9 a.m. Things like that automatically send an email or a text message to the customer. Really good systems to think about. But there were some issues with them, the ones that he had set up, where, we just got off the phone and discussed something different, but then the automation went through and now I'm getting, conflicting information with what we just talked about. Also, it sends over, hey, you've got an appointment scheduled for a phone consultation, but he said he was going to be on site. So I'm like, wait, is this just on the phone? I was planning to be at home. All these things are coming up. Also, it's coming from I'm texting him on one phone number, but the automation text message is coming from a different phone number. And so all these little things coming up that you think about systems, and it got me to thinking about automations and their purpose. And I'm kind of coming to this realization, especially in the work that I do, that automations are really great internally, but can be dangerous externally. Dangerous, maybe not the right word there, but they can fail externally oftentimes. And I'd almost rather a reminder be sent to text so-and-so with a copy paste message that you can then review before you send it than just having the external automation. And there's so many dependencies. It's very contextual, but what do you think about, automations aren't something that you've dealt with probably a ton, Martin, but what do you think as the customer?
Well, I agree with you. HubSpot probably doesn't. Salesforce probably doesn't. If people aren't familiar with them, they allow their CRMs, but one of the things that they do is they allow you to set up workflows. So when this happens, then this happens. If the customer does this, then this happens. If the customer does this, then this happens. When I respond to HubSpot notifications for me, I always say, as I did yesterday, hey, this is me. This is not the software. And I see that you live somewhere, and if you want to talk, please let me know. So I agree with that. Personal's not, if it's impersonal, it's impersonal.
Yeah.
And I am using Chat GPT more and more, and I've seen it being used more and more, but I can still spot it.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Absolutely.
In other words, that's impersonal chat. A computer wrote it for me. But it gives me good ideas. It might give me some bullet points to consider in my correspondence. So I think that's a really good point. Automate inside, but at the point where you're actually contacting and communicating with an actual outside customer, important person, make it personal.
Yeah. And there's absolutely use cases for external that makes sense, but like you're trying to get me to sign a quote, let's make that more personal rather than just an automated experience,
Yeah. I've got a haircut yesterday and I got a dental appointment in 2 weeks, and I get these text messages reminding me.
And that's fine. Yeah, absolutely. But I think more of the crucial information that needs to be passed, if there's an action item for me, let's not automate it. Just, you know? So, yeah, interesting stuff.